Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people day. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part: if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the right. If I throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
From my side of the world, it is good morning, but good evening to you on your side of the world. $80 million minus kickbacks. The question Global TV is asking this evening: how much was Dr. Tufton's cut out of the loot from the public budget? Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're freelancing and chopping and changing across the place this evening. There is an article I want to have a look at also in regards to Indicom. TikTok give me a violation already in regards to the information Indicom is putting out, but pretty much what Indicom is saying is already facts that we do know. But let me see if me get it open on the computer, because it'll give me havoc on the phone. But good evening, everyone, and welcome to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening and welcome. Same thing as a telephonic computer. The page you requested is temporarily unavailable. Please try later. I wonder if Gleaner was asked to take down the article or what. Can anybody try from their end, please, if you can open that Indicom article, it upon the Gleaner Facebook Facebook site. If not the paper from my NR. It's the article, but I'm not getting access to it. But never mind. Good evening and welcome, everyone. How do you do? Debbie Jarvis TV, good evening, good evening. Who else is there? Beverly, good evening. Sharon Bernard, JP, Real Sweet, Abina Sarkodi, Charlotte Grimes, Sophia Hall, John Rack 8766, Fade Lines, Ladybug, Marcia Gill, Carla Williams. Good evening, TikTok. Good evening and welcome. It's RM, Beat and Teach, Wagwan, Clifford, Rush, Wagwan, Randy. Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome. I still want to read this article, but it's not opening. Hold on. It is not opening. Oh, yes, it's open, but the Dirty Gleaner have it on premium. Gleaner don't know me not pay for read nothing found or count or dunce. But anyway, let us try rustle away through the article here while we have it up before it starts. Go buggers spammy. Fatal red flag, it says. Indicom note disturbing trend of women remove momently before police raid turn deadly. Bear with. Let me pull the screen up a bit so I can read it. I can see it better. Let me see if I run my way through this article, yeah? But Indicom is pretty much saying a lot of what we already knew. In one of every five planned police operation in which a civilian is killed at home, a female occupant of the premises is either removed or barred from the ill-fated area moments before cops open fire. According to Indicom, this troubling trend is becoming a hallmark of deadly police raid, mirroring other persistent failures, such as tampering with CCTV footage, failure to activate body-worn cameras, improper handling of weapons and evidence, and the widespread use of flawed search warrants. In these operations, witnesses, often women and young children, are routinely removed from the scene before a so-called shootout begins. Indicom raised these concerns in its newly released Special Investigative Report and Planned Police Operations, unveiled during a press conference at the Dumfries Road office in Kingston on Thursday. The commission emphasized the increasing number of fatal encounters, including police officers. Between January 1st and September 30th of this year, 67 officers have come under investigation for alleged use of excessive force. Of those, 49 have been charged with murder. The 49 of 60, listen to, you know, say me a good pan number, you know, say me can't count past 10, because when me go past 10, me get dizzy. 49 of the 67 officers between January 1st and September 30th, of the 67 officers that were under investigation for excessive use of force, 49 have been charged for murder. Jamaica, that's a high rate, you know. A whole heap of killer out there in a uniform, you know, Jamaica. Go and read ya. If you look like Jamaicans not aware, say a whole heap of uniform criminal out there. Between January 1st and September 30th of this year, 67 officers have come under investigations for alleged use of excessive use of force. Of those, 49 have been charged with murder. The trend in fatal shooting has risen steadily over the years, with 127 in 2001, 134 in 2002, 155 in 2003, and 189 in 2024. Up to September 2025, the police have killed 233 civilians, with 1 month recording fewer than 20 fatal shootings. April was the deadliest, with 30 civilians killed. Lord Jesus, one a day. You can, that, when you use the thing where they use and give a percentage of one a day, you know, one a day in April, it level out to one a day, while September records 22. No, sir. Most of these deaths occur during planned operations, yet only one such incident in 2024 involved a lead officer wearing a body-worn camera. An officer who also discharged his weapon, ironically, that camera was not recording. The officer claimed he had turned it off while using the bathroom and forget to reactivate it. In 5 other non-fatal shooting cases in 2024, officers offered the same excuse. they simply forgot to turn their camera on. Indicom has rejected this explanation, especially during planned operation, stating that the absence of functioning body-worn camera undermines the constitutional necessity to ensure and safeguard the lives of citizens, secure best evidence, and demonstrate that all necessary steps are taken. Highlighting concerns about the removal of witness. What may I do for TikTok every minute? I give me 10-minute violation. TikTok come bite me. Huh? TikTok, mind me turn upon you tonight. You know, 'cause you see like coming on a planned program, TikTok. Don't trouble me tonight. Mind me go AWOL upon you, all right? Highlighting concerns about the removal of witness, Indicom reference a 2023 case where police arrived at a home and were met by a woman at the door. Inside was a man known to the police and out on bail. Officers reported that the woman chose to leave the property to urinate shortly before the man allegedly attempted to use a firearm. Controversially, however, the report from the woman suggests that after the door was opened, the man stood behind and held onto her. The officer had a brief conversation with them before pulling the woman from the house to the veranda. The woman said she then saw the police point a rifle at the man. Point a rifle at the man inside the house and open fire. The case are illustrative of the frequent contradiction observed in the testimony of both police officers and citizens, in which all officers cooperate with each other, but are vehemently contradicted by one, sometime more, non-police witnesses. Of the 108 PPOs, which are planned police operation, in this review, some 31% had conflicting witness accounts given to the commission, explained Hamish Campbell, Assistant Commissioner of Indicom. Campbell explained further that in the 3 years, 2022 to 2024, there were 108 fatal planned police operations. And of those incidents, search warrants were obtained to enter private property of 77 operations. 31 operations did not have any warrant, while 18 of 77 warrants were secured by citing obsolete legislation under either the 1967 Firearms Act or even older statute of the Gunpowder and Explosive Act of 1925, a legislation written in Britain. Never mind. The correct legislation for seeking firearms search warrant is under Section 91 of the Firearms Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act 2002, which come into effect in 2022, which came into effect in 2022, yes. Unique Taylor Wellington, Director of Complaint at Indicom, said the matter of faulty search warrant may be one requiring restraining or intervention on the part of justice of the peace who authorize search warrants. Tick one pin there. You don't know what you're doing, justice of the peace or police peon for governor access power for going up illegal power for going to people's house go kill them children. Blood is on your hands as well, you know. These justice of the peace in Jamaica, you so-called titled lay magistrate, blood of the innocent is on your hand as well. Continue reading. Unlike in the United States, where the fruit of the poison tree doctrine prohibits the use of evidence obtained illegally, it operates in in Britain under the England and Wales law. If you enter somebody's house and search it without a search warrant, and if you find illegal such like, you can't use it as evidence in court because the search from the start was illegal. Unlike in the US, where the fruit of the poison tree doctrine prohibits the use of evidence obtained illegally, which would essentially nullify evidential findings made during the execution of faulty search warrant. That is not the case in Jamaica, explained Taylor Wellington, adding that locally such faulty obtained evidence is still admissible in court. That is also wrong. Additionally, Indicom reported that this is how these people can just set up anybody, people. Because if the faulty evidence obtained illegally is accepted under these very same search warrant, but we see them done it at Jamar Ferguson, what's to stop them to come in at your house, come set up the crime? Isn't it what happened at Jamar Ferguson's house? The crime was staged and the killing was staged. Additionally, Indicom reported that 50 of the 108 incidents it examined, the illegal weapon reportedly found in possession of the dead was not fired. Although it was reported as either being seen or pointed at the officer. In 58 cases, there was a report that weapons was fired at the officer, mostly in close quarters. No officer was fatally wounded. Indicom recommendations. Among the recommendations listed by Indicom following from the studies are that a senior officer rank of inspector or above to be present in all planned operation, and that junior officers at constable or sergeant rank should not undertake snap raids. He also recommends that planned operation and entry to private homes to search or arrest should only be accompanied by a search warrant unless other legislation exempt the necessity of a warrant. He also recommends that consideration be given for justice of the peace to time their authorization in addition to the date of on a search warrant. All warrants should be legible to identify the JP authorizing the document. He also recommended that greater regards to the control of persons once confronted and detained prior to search. Such persons should be physically restrained by being able to seize or gain access to any firearm or weapon once they're under police control. That's it for the article. Everything worrying, everything is very worrying, because what Indicom are saying to us, a lawlessness of the order of the day. Police is deliberate in them action, because everybody, once they go out and commit a crime, everybody have one statement. And if they never see, everybody have the one statement. It is really not safe when so much police officers on murder charge, so much police officers on murder charge. How can we be convinced more and more that these officers, we know, but them not go accept it? But how can we get it through this to the psyche of those who really don't understand what is going on, that we are being killed out deliberately by the state? Violence is used to put us into fear. Want to notice what's happening? This recent report from Indicom is worrying, given what we see in the Jamar Ferguson situation. This is worrying. It's a high level of murders being committed by the police. And another thing is, how can we prove that even the few gun where they claim to have fired, was it fired by the victim, or was it fired by the police officers in their bid to plant their evidence? So it's very, very worrying to see the high level of killing with impunity by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Why the PNP them now represent we when it comes to extrajudicial killing? The opposition can talk about that, PNP. One can raise the country's concern. Good God Almighty, PNP. When the things so blasé in the public, we don't have to get up and call upon every minute. And that we pay for, It's literally what we pay for to tackle these issues as they come. But whenever time we see a big major issue which is of concern to the major public, on turn a blind eye. This Indicom report suggests a lot. You can't stay so silent on broad scale extrajudicial killing. You're afraid of bad man, you're afraid of police. It is a sad state of affairs. And people behave like say we should behave normal through the circumstances. Because if you remember, Jackie Walford, good evening. If you remember, I'm here only for even the diaspora. Wicked them, the labor right them. But God, Jamaica where they and they couldn't any safer. We were all conned. We were all conned, Norman Ferguson, Wagwan. We were all conned about how crime are go down. Meanwhile, the police out there, they're having a field day with us. They just make up any excuse to come in at your house. And the police regularly do this. People where they have palm bail, people where they arrest and have palm bail. A lot of time police turn around, go kill those people in raid. That's how they killed Shane Grandison as well. Because the other occupant was in the car when they killed Shane Grandison. That young man was just on bail. He was reporting to the police station, I believe, on that same day. Even when they shoot up his car, he reported to the police. So a lot of what Indicom is saying to us, we know already, we see it. But it is good that we have this official confirmation for all of the people them we buff we and say we bad mind, we are PNP and we don't want good for Jamaica and all this. None of these people will always a cuss we and I tell we say we'll come out come defend criminal. All of these people silence on the extrajudicial killing by the police, you know. All of these people willing for people, innocent children get cut down in the name of fighting crime. What goes so? You have fight crime and not kill off the innocent, but the so-called criminals still out there. Do we have the rate of criminal as they made us to believe? What are we criminal and we police them? Who more? Because we can't trust anything. Nothing what police say to you anymore. You cannot trust, especially when it comes to these murders. You cannot trust anything that they say because them always have a set story. Always have a set story. And this is going on from the 90s come onward up. Them have a set story whenever time they do one of these shooting. The barring of women from the room or wherever in the house them do the shooting as something what we see on camera all the time with here all the time community say that to us whenever time one of these shooting happen. Our problem is in when it comes to them behavior, Indicom can't reprimand them or do nothing to them in that way. All Indicom can do is investigate and press charge against them and such alike. But Horace Chang and Andrew Holness have the responsibility to make sure say will law enforcement them work within the law. The terrorism. This is what annoys me about Andrew Holness. This is what really annoys me about Andrew Holness. Because Andrew Holness had declared war on gang. Andrew Holness, I describe a mass shooting as terrorism. But if you ask the people of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, they feel terrorized by the police. Look at how no cheat higglers. Look at how no cheat taxi driver. Look how no cheat the ordinary Jamaican. Look how no walk and shoot down people, innocent children. So the Jamaica people would be of the view that they're terrorized by police as well. Look how them cheat you if you drive a little piece of car and them can't afford it. You're being targeted. You're being extorted by these very same police. These very same police set up civilian to get robbed or to get killed. Andrew Holness. And them something that we want you cater to. Rather than when you go upon a podium, you beat war. War and gangs, war and gangs. How we go fight war and gang when we have such a corrupt police force? The biggest gang we have in Jamaica is the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And who you are going to use fight the gang, sir? The war where you can gang fight gang, it get more devastating than the Prime Minister. Gang fighting gang. Forget rid of gang. Me don't know how you work it out. I honestly don't know how you work it out. But what me think the Andrew Holness for do is focus on getting in police them get it right. Make sure say the police them follow the rules rather than become a law unto themselves. But then, if the Prime Minister speaks so brazen and tell them, say, you can shoot them down. The Minister of National Security tell them you can shoot them down. It's exactly what the police them go around go do. Them go around go do what the government say. Let them meet them maker. Let them meet them maker is exactly what the police are going around doing. So when we tell people say the words of the Prime Minister, the utterances of the Prime Minister can't wait. Police are labor rights too. I don't know what is a labor right if in a dark night and just say look how the sun shine bright out a door. I don't know labor right I go say, bright for true man. It really bright. You have police where labor right too. So if the Prime Minister say make them meet them maker, you got have labor right police officer will take it just like that. Because in Jamaica, once you can't think, once you can't reason, once you don't have the ability to think or reason, doesn't matter what party you support, you're a labor right. Because of that, then trademark. But this report should scare you all. It should scare everybody interacting with Jamaica police. It should scare every young man. It should scare every parent. Because what we now know, you don't have to do anything for the police to murder you. You don't have to be a criminal for the police to murder you. You don't have to be a gang member out there for the police to murder you. This is really shocking. Things like this, people should be outraged about. And how we see the police still going around, still in the midst of all of these, what we have been told. The police is still going around with impunity, shooting down people. The deafening silence, though. The deafening silence from the opposition, because the government know why they are silent on this matter. The deafening silence from extrajudicial killing. And when we have evidence, PNP refuse to call out the extrajudicial killing in a public. All when we have the evidence on camera. INDICOM put out a report on Thursday, which is damning when it comes to police operation. Everybody playing the ostrich game. Let's stick our head in the sand. When the wind blow over, then the dust will calm down and we can lift up back our head. We're not going to let this dust calm, because we have been placed into a position where una politician and high and mighty people no have to go to bed a worry at night time, say police or gunman are going to come kill me. Do you understand what that does to the psyche of a people? Where you're afraid of the gunman and you're afraid of the police? Do you understand why there is such a trust issue in Jamaica? There's a breakdown of trust in Jamaica because everybody after everybody. Karen Demard, how you do? Jamaica, we have to wake up. Me tell you say we're going to have to look after ourselves. Oh no, don't believe me. We are going to have to look out for ourselves and protect ourselves. There's a set of police, and we know when we generalize the JCF, we know there are good officers there. There are people like Corporal Cox and a whole lot of others. They are good officers there, but they are overshadowed by the plenty rogues. I'll tell you how you do. They are overshadowed by the plenty rogues of 67 police officers who were under investigation for murder. 49 rather, have been charged for murder. This is worrying. This should frighten you when you hear the word police. So they want us to, and this is why they give such a story to the media. Whenever time them kill a young man, them normally run to the media and paint a very nasty image of him. And then the community is telling you, painting you a different image of the person. Who do you believe? The police, we have evidence that they're lying and staging crime. They're tampering with evidences. They're obstructing justice. Can we quick to believe when 49 of 67 officer is charged with murder after carrying out planned police operation? We have to take on the JP them as well, Jamaica. Your JPs are facilitating the murders of innocent young men in their home, the place where you ought to be safe. the place where you ought to be safe. These justice of the peace are to be held to account for the murder where them a help facilitate, for the illegal warrant. 'Cause I hope a people, I hope a justice of peace in Jamaica are done, you know. All heap of JP in a Jamaica are done. Now, when you're securing a search warrant, and honestly, I think search warrant need to be removed from JPs. Search warrant ought to be moved from them. Them nah, it's not that they couldn't understand it or train to do that job, but the corruption and the fronting. And this is one of the reasons why we need to be in the Caribbean Court of Justice. I don't support a Jamaica Supreme Court. You know why? Right through the chain of command in every power structure in our country, you have palm greasing and palm scratching. And this is how justice get bought and sold in our country. This is how investigation get bought and sold in our country. And we need to hold these people to account, because the JP them are do an awful job at the moment when it comes to search warrants. What evidence are the police presenting to them? And do they understand the evidence that is being presented to them in order to issue these warrants? Or they think when police ask for a warrant, they must give it to them? But the JP is a massive part of this problem. They are given the authorization for the illegal entries. So the entry to the property is illegal. The warrant is fraudulent. The entry to the property illegal. Therefore, you've been attacked by criminals. You've been invaded by criminals because they have no legal authority, which a good warrant would have given to them. A well-executed warrant would have given to them. They have no authority to come in or do any of the things they're doing in your house. And to have used those evidence, those evidence that you have obtained illegally, it violates your fundamental rights to a fair trial. But not now work in a Jamaica. Because here they say America have it, over England you have it as well. You can't rely upon the evidence if you obtain it illegally. You cannot rely on it. So how come Jamaica, where model the Westminster system, is going to do such a fraudulent thing and send people to prison, or is justifying, because you JPs, you know, what you all must understand, that when you give police these warrant, when you give police warrant, you go set up people in a them house. Because Jamar Ferguson didn't have a weapon. The police planted it. Because you gave the police a fraudulent warrant. And I don't know if the warrant system is understood in Jamaica by the JP or the police officer. Because warrant is subjected to a property and a person. You can't just, the warrant is not a general thing. Warrant is not a general thing where you can just use the piece of paper here and turn up at any house on the street. That's not how a warrant is secured. And then something the Angel for focus span. The global war on terror. Hmm? The global war on terror. Where I look for, you're gonna need police officers, non-corrupt police officers to fight such a war. If a day 1 year where you hire now, you talk about global war and terror, it a go worse. Criminal versus criminal normally blow out of proportion, you fool. Hmm? Criminal versus criminal normally blow out of proportion. So what your job ought to be, no man a JP, even in a England you saw too, you know. At them we used to then call magistrate. They are JP as well. Those are the people responsible for to issue warrant, magistrates. They gonna call them lay magistrates or JP. It's them that really issue warrant. The fact is, it is not understood in Jamaica. The whole warrant process or procedure is not understood in Jamaica, because when they come to secure the warrant for you, them have to present you a level of evidence and explain to you why they think the warrant would provide them the rest of what they're looking for to tie their overall case together. And the evidence that they're bringing is subjected to a particular person and a particular property that that very same person would have access or occupants to. But in a case where no name, no address is on a warrant, the whole system is fraudulent. And this fraudulent system is facilitating the murder of young men. Me no know how Jamaica no see this as something to be outraged about. Yes, me know so no in a fear. The fear now go cut it though. The fear is only going to give them power to treat you worse and to go harder on you. Fear is not the best thing for how way to deal with this particular situation where we involve in a. Fear is only going to let the communities and the country go into silence while police march around the country and massacre with impunity. We now go believe, you know, say Commodore, JCF not involved in a Commodore. Whoever turned up a Commodore and do the massacre was wearing clothes that look like Funo. And then ball out to the people, them say, Uno them be. So that information that we run with it, because a lot of everything else will come out point to that is on a practice. Romario, Jamar, Mr. Montague, and a whole rafter of others in the come have the paper trail, all of them, Shane Grandis, many young men, these police killed in cold blood. And many of these parents don't get justice. Because sometimes All Indicom really have to work with is mainly their statement and one and two from the community or the household. Majority of the time, Indicom at their information Indicom have figure on. It is serious. And these people lie. And they all sit down and plot them story. After they murder somebody, them sit down and them plot a story. And everybody stick to that script. Fear is only going to get us deeper into this crisis. It is becoming a crisis now. Where if gunman are rob you, if gunman or thief are rob you, who do you call? Because when the police come, you might just get shot. We have to look after ourselves and our community. We are going to have to find our own community alliance to do our own policing, to do our own vigilance, Jamaica. Otherwise, the bad man and the police, them will work together. The all of them kill we off one, and none of them no meet no recompense for it. We cannot continue like this. And to Dr. Tufton, because we spent the whole night for Anjo. Anjo and Changa and Blake. All of these people must resign, you know. But the problem is, in Jamaica, there's no more decorum in public life. So no matter how much stain or fault they have, they will just chatter on full force ahead without batting an eyelid. Because even before it get to that, the 80 million, Dr. Tufton should have resigned for the, how much it be, for the over 200 baby in kill, more so the 24, the 8 in a 2022, 2023, and the 24 in our June or July. But to see the same Dr. Tufton come out and rejoice like he's been vindicated, and then expect we, as the Integrity Commission, refer it to the Speaker, the host, expect we to expect Juliet to do nothing. It's just gonna be a wink and a nod. The problem is, were the contracts really valid? $80 million, Dr. Tufton? Or was it $80 million minus kickback? And how much was Dr. Tufton kickback of the 80 million where Dr. Tufton breached procurement rules and everything to swindle money from the public purse with him and him woman? So the Integrity Commission might not do justice to the people of Jamaica. But in the court of public opinion, Christopher Tufton, you're a thief. You're a scammer. You're a con artist. You're a liar, Christopher Tufton. You lack integrity. You lack humanity. You watch babies dying in hospital and knew there was a bacteria, and you withheld the information. You deliberately starve the health care of equipment and material and everything. Oxygen, the dialysis, the diagnostics, rather. Everything is falling apart. under you. And while it is, you're enriching yourself, your son, your girlfriend, and everybody where you can get to come make something out of the kitty, Dr. Tufton. That is exactly what you're doing. The only intervention can really solve this problem is for the people of Jamaica to come to their senses. The only time this problem is going to solve, because we have to solve the problem in Jamaica. Let me say, if you're looking for a politician to solve it, and if you're looking for the security services to solve it, let me promise you that you're only going to get into more problems. We have to form our community groups. We have to form our united front. We have to use our phones and our camera to get an incident and tap watch the Jamaican them we pull down Jamaica over TikTok or over the devil's farmyard because the devil grow them over there, you know. Over TikTok, the devil just grow them every day, so. But over the Jamaica love, over the devil's garden, hmm? Over the devil's garden, over the Jamaicans' favorite place, because that's where it's all go down, the sus, the bangarang, the this, the that, which is what a lot of Jamaican people invest their time in. The depressing thing is, it is all falling apart around them, and nobody not seem to realize what is going on. Or a lot of people are going to buck up in a brick wall, even when the brick wall is in front of them. No, but they fail to see it. Don't look for helpers. You have to devise way of helping yourself. We know we have enough proof that our politicians and our security services are working against us. We cannot be lamb to the slaughter. If they fail in their duty, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So I don't know why we're not doing it, or why we don't want to do it, or why we think fear is a solution to state brutality. I don't know why I don't think so. But if that's what you're thought, it's not. If that's your thought, no, it's not. Fear doesn't solve the issue of state brutality. The people have to push back against the state. We're not protecting criminal, but a lot of innocent people, life is on the line here. A lot of innocent people, life is on the line. We cannot accept this as this is the best that the Jamaica Constabulary Force can do when it comes to crime fighting. It cannot be what the prison them full up so not just do it. I don't understand. Or is it because I don't know want right no evidence, I don't want gather no evidence on them thing there. So it's easier to just execute them. Because Myrna Wagwan, we execute them because We don't want to gather evidence and put them in front of the courts. Jamaica, the ball is in our court. This is the last calling where every little group on the planet, a group upon everybody, I find a group going, everybody a look out for themselves, everybody a strengthen up around them. Jamaica, just make it look like it's a normal day. Unity of farming in Africa, unity of farming in the Caribbean. And Jamaica just stay one side, so I look in. Jamaica, who was the big international player, don't want to be in the thick of it, playing the role. Jamaica upon the sideline, a watch. Can you believe that this is what the revolutionary Jamaica has become? Standing on the sideline. Anyway, globalists, I can't go on my bed now. Friday night, I feel shuttish down-ish. My eye them feel shuttish down-ish. So may I go take the rest. I won't be on tomorrow. I'll take my break as usual tomorrow, but we're definitely coming back on Sunday. So make sure you have yourself an amazing tomorrow. It's already today in England. And please do join us back on Sunday, where we will continue the war against injustice. The war against injustice. Because we have to fight against it and we have to stamp it out. It is becoming deadly for us now. If this war was against the gangs, as the Prime Minister called it, maybe it wouldn't be such a bother for us. But when it becomes against our innocent children in our own home, where police have come shoot with picnic and turn around plant gun in our house, that is unacceptable. And Jamaica must stand against that. All right? Anyway, globalists, have yourself an amazing weekend. And please do join us back on Sunday. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat and not press the poor. Make God what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone stone, and it bring about a feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell a house, I sell out Babylon. Just talk on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Hey, oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black, big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.